to play half holes and alternate fingerings. So this is really important as a whistle player because most people, when they think low whistle, they think you can only play in the key of D. Or some people think, okay, you can play in G too, but still, they think you're limited to 2 keys. But that's not true. So if you use half holes, it will allow you to play in any key you want. And yes, you'll still be limited to the max of 2 octaves, but key-wise, you can play in whatever key you want. And so this is something, when you master it, it will insanely expand your ability to play. So the most simple alternate fingering isn't a half hole, it's just the C natural. So I'm going to show you the C natural first, and then we'll dive into the half holes. So the C natural, it will allow you to play in the key of G. So this is a low D whistle, and D, the key of D is only 1 note different from the key of G. And that difference is the key of D has a C sharp, whereas the key of G has a C natural. And if you don't understand this, this is fine. It's just the basic concept is if you learn how to play the C natural, you can play all the notes in G. So let me show you. That's D, and then G. So I can play all the notes in both. So the C natural is super easy. All it is you're going to play the G, which is the top 3 fingers on, and then you're just going to take your very top finger off. So it's like that, and that becomes a C natural. So you have your C sharp, all fingers off, and your C natural, like that. So now you can play in G, and it's also used in that note is obviously used in other keys, but to play in those keys, you're going to have to learn half holes. So that's what I'm going to show you now. So half holes are where you don't cover quite all of the hole. You cover about half of the hole, and it lets some of the air out, but not as much as if you were to take the whole finger off. So it meets right in the middle. So rather than, I can go, that's just taking the finger off, or I can bend it and get 3 notes in that space. So half holes, how we do them is there's a couple methods. One method is you can kind of just pull your finger off to the side, like out this way, and only cover half the hole. And that's like this. But I find like when you get up into these, it's really awkward because you can't really like twist your fingers around to do that. So it'll work on the D and the G, so like, but I prefer the method where it's like this. You don't pull your finger back, instead you more point it straight. So when you naturally play the whistle, your fingers are kind of curled around the instrument a little bit. So if you straighten that finger out a little bit, it'll take part of the finger off of the whistle and uncover part of the hole. So if you watch my top finger, I straighten it and it goes up half a step. And then I take the finger off and we go up to the C sharp. So normally we just get, but now I get. So that is how you do half holes, and this is something, some holes are easier than others because different holes are different sizes on the whistle. They're not all the same size. But this takes practice, and it can be difficult to get in the beginning because it's not something you naturally do. But I promise you, if you can get to where you do half holes, you can play in any key you want. So I can play in D. I can play in G. I can play in A. I can play in F. No, I can't. No, I can play in F, but I'm just playing it wrong. There we go. And so you can play in any key you want. Some keys are more difficult than others because some keys, such as G, are very close in what notes they have as D. But other keys, for example, E flat, a lot of the flats and sharps are really difficult to play. It's made up mostly of half holes. So, but once you get to where you can do this, this will totally change your playing. So practice your half holes, and Patriot and I post new videos, low whistle tutorials every Friday, so make sure you stay tuned. And until next week, Patriot and I say bye. Okay. I'm almost done, Hannah. I'm struggling today. Bye. And I messed up, but I went with it and I said, forget it, I just messed up, okay? Like, get me with a didgeridoo.